I'm on the Governor's Crime Commission, and this happens in my own backyard. I tell you, we've got to wrap it up quick.
And you'd risk sacrificing a man's life for a handshake with the governor?
That's uncalled for, Lieutenant.
Well, so is the arrest of George Ord. I'm still checking his alibi.
Jack, you had my job once. You must know that you're not giving us enough time.
All right. But if you don't wind this up in the next 24 hours, I personally will make the arrest. And if you don't, I'll see to it that you are relieved of duty and suspended if I can manage it.
May I?
Good cop, Jack. You take him over this case, you might destroy him.
We're all good cops, Frank. It's just that some of us have learned to bend with the wind.
Yeah, but who knows? Maybe for a man, that just shows a lack of spine.
Not forgiveness, not understanding, just the damnation that my sins deserve. That is what I ask. For I have sinned, my brothers. I have sinned beyond redemption, beyond salvation. I have preached contemplation and abstinence to you as the promised avenue to glory, but I have preached falsehoods. And I say to you,
Reverend, I'm Lieutenant August. Police Department.
you are welcome here.
I understand Marion Ord was a member of your congregation.
She was, but she left us.
Looks like quite a few have left you.
I sent them away. I found I could no longer teach others an ideal in which I no longer had any faith.
When was the last time you saw her?
The day she left this congregation.
Where were you Friday afternoon?
I am presently devoting my time to meditation.
Friday afternoon, Reverend.
I was here.
Alone?
You think I had something to do with the murder of Mrs. Ord?
I'll be sending a man around to take your statement.
It seems that lately I have broken several commandments, Mr. August. Not that one.
Then may I suggest when you make your statement, you don't break another one.
Another one?
Thou shalt not bear false witness. I wouldn't try and go anywhere, Reverend.
Do you like it?
You've done a beautiful job. I mean it. The children would be just delighted. You must have spent hours on this.
Oh, I have a lot of time, I'm afraid.
I must tell you, Marion, that since you've joined us, I've noticed a great change in you.
Really? Oh, I hope so.
You know, at first I thought you were one of those others. Women who sometimes come to us because they're trying to fill some vast emptiness in their own lives. Desperate women trying frantically to give some importance to themselves. looking for answers to their problems in all the wrong places.
And I'm not one of those desperate women?
No. You look for your answers in the right place, within yourself. And I believe I know what you found.
Do you?
You found a great reservoir of strength and beauty.
Oh, I forgot. The curtain. Oh, I was afraid that might happen. Scum! Filthy, lecherous scum! Like all of them!
Marion, please.
Please what? What do you want now?
I'm in love with you, don't you understand?
I understand you're a fake. A filthy, lying fake. And that white coat, you probably wear it so nobody can see all the dirt that's underneath.
We'll go away together someplace else.
Me! All that holy purity. You know what it is? Fear. That's all. Just fear. And I thought I could learn something from you. Become a better person. Or some junk like that. Well, I learned something all right. I learned I'm a better person than you'll ever be because at least when I want sex, I'm honest about it. I came to you because I needed help. I thought I'd hit bottom. I'd become something for men to pass around like a dirty joke. Well, I didn't know how far down bottom really was. Keep up the good works, Reverend.
Mrs. Thurston, won't be a moment, Lieutenant, please.
Thank you.
Lieutenant August. Is that right?
That's right.
How do you do?
How are you?
Fine, thank you. Now, what is all this about?
I'm investigating the disappearance of Marion Ord.
And why come to me?
Well, I understand you... Well, you knew Mrs. Ord.
Well, I am glad that you didn't say I was a friend of hers.
Mrs. Durston, a young man named Billy Foley, said you were responsible for his being fired.
Oh? And Marion Ord? She had nothing to do with it.
I gather you didn't like Mrs. Ord.
I don't know what you're implying, Lieutenant. But the fact is that it was getting to be a real scandal. Foley's room was in the servants' row, and every child playing around the pool, could see her sneaking up there. I'm pretty sure that she even had a key.
I understand that neither you nor your husband saw the Ord socially.
Are you serious, Lieutenant? He was some kind of a traveling salesman or something, wasn't he? And I've already told you what kind of a woman she was.
Where is your husband, Mrs. Durston?
He went on a hunting trip on Friday. I don't know when he'll be back.
Do you know when he left?
No, I wasn't home.
Will you have him call me when he gets in?
Lieutenant, I am not stupid, and I do not wish to be treated as if I were. In some kind of heavy-handed way, you are trying to connect my husband with the death of Marion Ord.
I beg your pardon. All I want to do is talk to him.
Well, my husband could not have had anything to do with Marion Ord. And if you insist upon pursuing the matter, you'll find yourself defending a case of malicious prosecution.
Thank you for your help, Mrs. Durston. I'll find my way out.
Once in restaurants and bars.
I didn't tell you because I knew you'd react exactly this way.
And what'd you expect me to do? Pick up the checks?
I told you she called me because she wanted to talk to me about the club.
Oh, of course. The club.
She wanted to find out if there wasn't some way she could keep her membership.
Like sleeping with the president?
You're not even trying to listen to me.
Oh, come on, Paul. You were caught holding hands with her. Making a fool out of yourself with that cheek. Making a fool out of me.
It wasn't that kind of thing.
Oh, come on, Paul. Give up. You were caught. For the first time, maybe, but you were caught.
Wait a minute. What do you mean, the first time?
Oh, I'd say 6, 7 women in the last 3 years.
Well, that's simply ridiculous.
You know it isn't. But we're not talking about them. We're talking about Marion Ord. And I think I know how it happened. You walked into that room and saw her with Billy Foley and suddenly realized that Marion Ord was an available woman.
Connie, will you please stop it?
You could never pass up an available woman, could you? It just took you longer this time.
All right. There's no sense in trying to talk to you. Just tell me what it is exactly you want from me.
Nothing. But if I ever hear of you even being in the same room with that woman again, I'll walk out that door with every cent of yours that I can put my hands on. And you won't look too good in the papers either. Do you understand?
Through?
Not quite.
My guest. She's Lillian Crane, receptionist for Amtech Supply. We just got here. Miss Crane was spending the weekend in a cabin up at Big Bear. So I drove up early, and there were 3 guys and 3 girls. All of them stoned on grass. They must have seen me coming and tossed it all in the fireplace. I tell you, Lieutenant, the smell in that cabin was enough to turn on half of L.A.
Ashes to ashes.
How is she now?
Well, the drive back took about 3 hours, and she's still high.
You told her about her rights?
Yes, sir.
Would you come with me, Miss Crane? Your name's Lillian Crane.
That's right.
And you're employed as a receptionist at the Amtech Supply in Fresno.